What's up, guys? Welcome to MF Monday. Everybody say hi to Vega Wayne. Give me just a minute. I'm going to send out this bot. Say, what's up? What's up? You going to tell him hi?
You can't see me.
Why don't you scoot back a little bit? Show him your whole beautiful little Vega Wayne face. Say hello.
Nah.
What up, guys? How's it going? Happy Monday, happy Monday. It's been a while since we've seen you guys since we spoke at the Indie Road Show, which went absolutely phenomenal, by the way. Shout out to everybody that came out. You guys were all amazing. It was cool because it was such a huge moment, and we got to celebrate it with like our support system. So it was kind of cool. It was like talking to your own family while you were on stage.
Yeah, it was amazing, you guys. We had so much fun. All right, here we go. What's up, guys? Hey, Sarah, April, hello. Hey, Lauren. What's up, Aaron, Michelle? Hello. What's up, Melissa and other Melissa?
What's up, guys?
Hey, David. Hey, Joanne. What's up? Happy Monday, guys.
Here comes Kit, waiting for his cameo.
Yeah. Hello, sweet kid.
Yes,
Tell everybody hello.
It's me. It's me, Kit. Look at my belly. Jealous? Fat Cat McGee over there.
Honey, you're so sweet, though.
What up, guys?
Yeah, we're excited.
What's up?
Today's going to be a good one, too. We're doing a little PowerPoint.
Yep.
And we're going to talk about value. We're going to talk about the way that I started my business and really what I've done since. As far as I'm concerned, this is the only real thing that I've ever done that's worked consistently. And that is because it's a long-term, easy-going process. And I truly feel like network marketing is made for this.
Yeah, for sure. Like with cold messaging, it is a great way to get people back to your page.
Yes.
So they can fall in love with you. So if you're doing one and you're ignoring the other, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot.
Agreed. And we're going to talk about all of that too. Let me see, how far in are we? Let's give it about 2 more minutes and then we will get rolling.
Everybody check in. What's up?
What's up, guys? Super excited to see you guys tonight.
What up? It has been an amazing day.
Yeah.
We're
not allowed to tell anybody.
Yeah, we'll have some news for you guys in like 2 or 3 days.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Ooh, it's exciting.
It is so exciting. I'm just trying not to think about it.
I know, it's terrible. It's eating us alive, guys. Because it's the worst thing with a network marketer. Like, you tell them good stuff, and then you got to tell them you got to keep it a secret. And you're like, this is not the life I chose. So,
right. I get paid to tell people about my life. Wait a second.
So we have to wait. At first it started on Thursday. Then we were told to wait for something on Monday. And then we were told to wait again.
It's killing Tim if you can't tell, guys.
To tell the world about it. But it's good stuff. It's good news.
To tell the world about it. You're so funny, Bear.
It's good news. What up, guys? What's up? Oh,
my hair looks different.
Leak it out.
I think that I'm going to dye it all blonde again and then start doing some red instead of purple. I think that's the next direction.
Yeah, I told her she would look hot in red.
It's growing out. My dark hair is coming back out. I'm not able to dye it as well. So
well, we were driving somewhere and the sun hit her randomly and like caught the corner of my eye, and then somebody just pictured her in red hair. I was like, "Oh, you look hot in red hair, Bear."
Yeah, so we're gonna try it out.
She's gonna go blonde soon. I like blonde, Lacy.
Yeah. This will be the 3rd time. I never thought I would be blonde for
blonde
so long.
Lacy's hot. I mean, they're all hot, but you know.
Thanks, Bear. All right, let's do this, you guys. Let's get rolling today. So we really don't have any announcements. Nothing crazy going on. And today...
I know. I'm sorry, Tina. Love you.
What's wrong?
She said, dang, leave us in suspense.
I know.
Tell us
it's
about
awful.
it. Tell us about it. But
trust me, it's killing Tim. Like, it is killing Tim.
This is what I get
to his cells.
This is how I make my living.
Right. We get paid to tell people about our lives, and we're like,
I find out great news and then I immediately post it so everybody can go crazy.
I think it's hilarious.
We all go crazy together. So, yeah.
All right, so let's do this. So today we're talking about the selfless art of giving value. And I'm just going to run through this and then
Let's do it.
All right.
I'll be small screen.
So it's really, really simple. Network marketing in a nutshell. You have to meet people or know people. That's ingredient number one. People are ingredient number one. So you have to come up with a process where you're bringing people into your life, whether that's on social media or belly to belly.
Because half the name of the industry is network marketing.
Yes.
You got to meet people.
Yes. So that's the first step. It is very simple. You are exposing yourself to new people. Number two, you have to show them that they can trust you. And this is where everyone loses. This is where we don't get the point across, okay? And so, for example, with cold messaging, when you're cold messaging someone about your business, where do they get that trust from? You're depending on your profile, your photos, your information. Your profile is supposed to be so great that it inspires the trust in them. That's the method with cold messages. Do you have anything to add to that?
No, you're doing great.
And so when it comes to attraction marketing, it's a little bit easier to build that trust because it doesn't just depend on your profile. You are able to have a conversation, do some things for them. And we're going to talk about that all in just a little bit.
As Jenna calls it, just be normal. And I think this is a huge point too, is that with show them that they can trust you. I think this is something kind of like a muscle. Like it takes time for people to come around with this concept. And we see it all the time. I mean, it used to be us. You know, when you first join, you're like, oh, I just want to get affiliates. Oh, I just want to hit ranks. Oh, I just want to make money. And then that's your intention the whole time. And you're like, why is this not working? And we're going to talk about that later. But yeah, it's a muscle. You gotta work it.
Yes. And we're going to talk about intention a lot during this too, because to me, that's been the biggest difference maker that I've seen. And then number three, write great posts. So then when they go to your profile, when you're messaging each other, when you're building a relationship, they see what you do, right? So there's only three things to the equation: people, trust, and posts.
Content.
Or being able to speak about it. Maybe you're not building on social media. You need to be able to tell people about what you do. So people, trust, communication. Those are the three ingredients of network marketing. And trust is the ingredient that you are missing.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you get somebody to trust you? How does that happen, right? You help them where they are. So a lot of people, they want to start a relationship by helping them with their business. Listen, your business is not a part of their life yet. They don't care about your business. They don't want to be helped by your business. So this is where it gets a little tricky. You don't bring up your business. I think that a place where people go wrong is that they stop looking to make friends and they start looking to find potential affiliates. Do you notice the intention there?
Numbers. They start looking at people as numbers.
Right. And if you are building relationships with the intention to get someone to do something for you, it's never going to work. You have to build relationships with the intention to help them, whether the help is with your business or not. It just has to be helping them in their life.
So I feel like a good way to go about this too is that they're all waiting for it. They're all waiting for your pitch. Every time you say, hey, what's up, this, that, this, and that, they're waiting for you to pitch them directly. And when you reverse that, it's a psychology thing too. Like, okay, like this person actually cares about who I am instead of just seeing me as a number. So you have to lead with the need. You have to always identify what are they trying to solve. You're like a doctor, like Jenna says. You're like a doctor. You get their symptoms and then you basically prescribe them a solution.
Right. And so if they're interested, they will see your posts and they will bring it up to you. So I honestly, when I'm doing my attraction marketing thing, I'm looking to make friends. I'm not looking to make potential affiliates. I'm not reaching out to people with the intention of them joining my business. I'm truly trying to help them in their life. Mm-hmm. And then once I help them, they're going to trust me. And until you establish this trust, they can't even hear about the business because all the business is a commercial until they trust you. Yep. So it's very important that trust comes before the business. They trust you before they know that you're a business owner, right? To me, that's very important.
Absolutely.
So what do you got to do? You got to stop being lazy and start building relationships. So the first thing you got to do is you got to get people in Facebook Messenger or on the phone. You're just making a friend. That's truly all you're doing. And ways that you can make friends, ways that you can get people to trust you, you compliment them. So the first one, you find them somewhere and you message them. You're like, hey, your post really changed my whole day today. Thank you for posting that. That's a compliment. Mm-hmm. Number two, you can listen. So maybe they just had a rant. They just made a post in a group and they're like, my life's falling apart, this, that, my husband did this, my kids did this, I'm lost. You're going to message them and you're going to say, wow, I identify with what you just said. I just went through something similar with my husband and I just want to let you know, I'm here if you want to talk about this. And then they're going to talk to you about something that's very intimate in their life. And they're going to trust you. And you never, ever had to talk about your business, right? So then number three, you help them solve a problem in their life. So this would be in the realm of your passions. So if you're a passionate gardener and you're in gardening groups, you're going to help someone with the best mulch for their petunias. You know, something like that. Something that you already know about. You don't have to learn anything new to help people. You just have to know what you like, what you already know about what you're good at.
Yeah, I totally agree. And with the focus on building relationships, that is the same concept as focus on the process. Too many of us are trying to get affiliates and just completely go over the building the relationship part of that process. And we're wondering why it's not working. When you start realizing that you're just here to connect with people and not actually just close, I'm a closer. You know what I mean? You're just here to connect with folks. It starts happening because you are actually focused on the steps necessary to get the results instead of skipping the necessary steps and just focusing on the results, and you get neither. Exactly. So build those relationships with people. And there's another thing I want to say on here too, help them solve their life problem. Oh, so for network marketers, I know a lot of you guys are targeting network marketers. If you are in a conversation with a network marketer, you two are going to be in a pitch fest. So how do you switch that around? Instead of you trying to pitch, you give value, like Lacy says. You help them solve a problem. So what's the most common problem for network marketers? Finding affiliates, building a team of affiliates. So what do? You give them a training that shows them how to build a team and how to find affiliates, right? So if someone comes up to me, let's say they're in a Forex MLM, and they try to pitch me their thing, I'm not going to be like, that's totally amazing. But by the way, have you ever heard of CBD? And then you just like completely ignore what they're talking about. And before you guys know it, you guys are both backhanding each other with links, right? So then what you want to do is say, that's awesome. How are you building your business? And a lot of them will say this, that, this, and that. How's that working out for you? Oh, well, it's okay. Awesome. We'll tell you what, no pressure. I would just love to send you a free training on how I build my business and how my mentor has taught me to build my business. There's no pressure for you to do anything. Take it, use it on your team, use it on your business. I just want to see another network marketer reach success. When you do that, you flip the script, because if they use that training, and I've seen this happen, if they use that training and it works for them, you immediately just became a mentor in their eyes. You immediately just became a resource for them. You taught them something in 20 minutes of conversation that their upline probably hasn't taught them anything. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's my rant.
It's huge. It's huge. And so you'll notice that instead of sending the link, Tim built the trust first. Tim made a difference in their life first. Yep. So make a difference in their life and then let them bring up the business. Yep. I know it sounds crazy, right? But it's just the way that it works. So then at number 4, like and comment on their posts and photos. Like, it is very simple. And if you're wondering why you don't get any likes and comments, it's because you're not sharing your love.
You're not reciprocating.
Yes. So like other people's stuff. Pick the people that you're trying to build a relationship with. Maybe you've got 10 people in the month of August that you really want to build relationships with. Yep. Make sure you're liking and commenting on their stuff.
Yep. You can even create a list. Either you can do a legal pad, you can do notes if you're on a phone, or you can do the see first, or you guys should create Facebook lists as well and just dedicate 10 to 15 minutes a day. You can run through real quick, like 2 posts or like their new post and then comment. Because the whole thing is to keep their eyes on your profile. So you're liking their stuff, which immediately will make them come back to your page. Because like, why is Lacy liking all my stuff? You know what I mean? Then I'm gonna go check out Lacy, and then I'm gonna see Lacy's amazing lives. I'm gonna see Lacy's amazing posts. And I'm gonna be like, Lacy's kind of cool. I want to follow her. You know what I mean? So it's a give and take.
Yes, I love that. Exactly. So you nurture your relationships and you be patient. Period.
Patience.
You nurture relationships and you be patient.
Personal
Period.
development.
I mean, does it really matter if it takes you 2 years to get somebody, you know, like you're building your business over time?
I think the coolest story I heard was from Jenna when she was talking about it took her a year to get Aaron Parker, right? So she talked to Aaron Parker. Aaron Parker was like, he had all these demands and he wanted to do this. And then she was just like, nope, like this is just what it is. Here's a link. He said, no, I'm good. Came back a year. Now he's got a 250K account and a 100K account in less than a year. Like, I can wait for a year to get somebody like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll just sit there and talk to him all day, this, that, this, and that. And that's what you have to do sometimes. So many of us, that first conversation, we want them to close that day. Hey, how's it going? My name's Tim. Cool. Here's a link. Sign up.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work like that. And then every time that doesn't, you're so focused on the result that if you don't get them to sign up, you start to think that maybe I'm not good at this. Maybe this isn't for me. And then you lose motivation. And then you take no action.
Right. Yeah, and so it really is that patience game that you've got to make peace with. So what are you doing while you nurture your relationships and be patient? You're doing the same exact things. You're helping people, you're getting them to trust you, and you're making good posts. It's that simple. Now listen, here's the kicker. So many of you are probably like, I do this, and nobody joins me. Here's the thing. If they are looking for an opportunity, they will join your team after seeing 12 great posts. How long does it take for you to post 12 great posts that show people what you're doing about your business?
What's up?
You know, I mean, that's a huge concept right there. Social media has completely changed marketing. People need to see the ad more times. They need 12 good posts. And I'm telling you what, if your posts look like commercials, they just don't count as good posts. So we're going to talk about that in just a second.
Yeah, no, like, and you learn this. So to all my new people, don't beat yourself up if you sound like a newbie posting, right? If you're just using all these buzzwords and you're throwing exclamation points out like dominoes and stuff like that, like you're seeming overexcited and desperate. But understand, like, we were all like that at one point. So give yourself a grace period.
It's just something that we all grow out of, right? Grace, I love that.
Yeah, every master was once a disaster. All of us started out as disasters, right? And then we slowly got better.
I like that.
Thank you. I heard it from a personal development book somewhere.
All right, so here we go. So what do you post about, right? Because the third important ingredient is posts. And it's very simple. Passions, purpose, personal posts. There's 3 types of posts.
Put.
And unfortunately, I'm going to break the news to you guys right now. There is truly no such thing as a good business post. Truly. What you are looking for is a purpose post. So instead of talking about buy 3, get 1 free, you're talking about your vision. HempWorks is my vehicle. I'm retiring people. I'm saving lives all over the planet, right? We're not posting about our business anymore. We're posting about our purpose. Because here's the thing. If you're posting about your business, people see it and they think they want me to do something for them. If you're posting about your purpose, people see it and think, these people are the coolest people I've ever seen in my life. I want to be their friend. It makes that big of a difference. So you can splash your company all over your profile, or you can talk about your unique, individual soul purpose that has the ability to inspire others to change.
That was strong. I like that.
Strong. We're going from business posts to purpose posts here. Okay, guys?
That was strong, man.
So the first type of post is passions. This one's simple. This is what you love, your hobbies, your interests. This is what you already know.
Yep.
And understand what is so magical about things that you already know about. You can teach other people about them, like with no effort. You don't have to go and read a whole book to learn anything new. These are things you already know about. So what's the passions process? You just post about them. You just post about your passions. You help people. If I'm a gardener, I'm going to post about the best mulch for my petunias, right?
Yep.
And so while I'm posting about my passions, I'm going to join a group, a gardening group. I'm going to find good posts in there that other people have posted. I'm going to like the post, and I'm going to message that person. We're going to have a conversation. Thanks for the post. It changed my day. Oh, you use this mulch. This is what I use. Oh, these are my favorite gardening gloves. You know, anything.
Yeah, so if you're a gardener, your job over the next 2 to 3 years is to connect with 1,000 other gardeners.
Right.
That's it. That's like the magic sauce to this business.
It's the magic.
Simple.
Simple.
Just takes time.
It does. And so I love how simple this is. You're literally just talking about your life and making new friends. That's it.
Yep.
You just have to be a strong enough person to do it for 3 to 5 years.
Yep.
And if you are, you're going to get everything that you've ever wanted, plus a business, a community, the financials. Like, it's beautiful. So it's worth it. You got anything else on that one?
I had something. I lost it.
Okay.
It's all good.
Okay, so next is purpose. So we're replacing our business posts. No longer do we post commercials, right? Purpose. What are you doing in the world? And here's some examples. You're helping 6 families create 6 figures. You're saving lives all across the world. You're shifting health all across the planet. You're helping people start online businesses on their phone. You're an advocate for the plant. You're an advocate for natural healing. You're in the cannabis industry. You're helping introduce people to the hemp industry. Shifting consciousness, leadership, quality of product, helping families earn abundance. You are anything except someone who sells CBD oil.
Get it, Bear.
Anything.
Get it, Bear.
Anything. You got something to add to that, Bear?
Nah, Bear. I felt like we were Morning Miracles for a second.
Yes. So sorry, guys. It just truly makes that big of a difference. It is the difference of someone looking at it and saying they want me to do something for them, and looking at it and saying these people are awesome.
Because the thing is, too, is that when you get categorized, because we all know somebody on Facebook and they're known for doing a certain, right? Like, you have the guy that only posts about memes. You have the guy who posts about inappropriate stuff. You have the person who's super political. And then you have people who are like, yeah, those people just make little business posts and try to get us to buy their products, right? So you want to be able to sell that personality. You want to be able to sell who you are as a person, because people don't join businesses, people join people. So your job is to teach them what exactly who you are, or who you are, if that makes sense, you know? So for me, what I talk about a lot is entrepreneurship. I talk about people learning how to become independent, learning how to become independent in this world and the skills that are necessary. So what does this do? It's attracting other people who want those same things. Maybe they are somewhat interested in network marketing, and before they didn't know. But now, since someone is sharing the possibilities that network marketing can be a vehicle for, now you have their attention. So it's not about come join my team, come buy my product, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, what do you want out of life? Because this is what I'm going for. So if this resonates with you, maybe we can link, and CBD and HempWorks can be the vehicle that can get you to that life that you're looking for.
Yes, it's a vehicle.
Yeah.
This business is a way for you to build your dreams and for you to help other people build their dreams. So if you keep it about them, if you keep it about their dreams, that's some secret sauce right there.
Yeah, lead with the needs. Paint that picture.
Yes. So some ways to post about your purpose. Feel, felt, found, right? I used to feel this way, and then I found HempWorks, and now I feel this way. Past, present, future. I used to be miserable, and now I found HempWorks, and in the future, I'm going to be set up, right? Vulnerable bumps in the road. Tim is the best at this. You want to talk about this one?
Yeah, so we always talk about how people on social media are very highlight reelish. So what I always try to do is do the opposite of what 95% of people are doing. So 95% of people will never post about their setbacks or their failures. To me, I always get the most love when I post my failures, because why? Nobody does it. That's the secret, right?
Authenticity.
So one thing that I did was with this new account that we started, right? Everybody sees me and Lacy and they think that we're these powerhouses, perfect, can launch any company, this, that, this, and that there is no grind, that there is no startup phase for us. So then that's why we started this second account, to show you guys hey, we'll get back in the trenches with you guys, and we'll show you guys the emotions of it, the ups and downs, right? So in the beginning, you guys got to see us climbing volume and stuff like that, for a new account. And then I had 1 week where I was completely off and I made $4, right? Most people would never show that. They would just show the next time they got a good check, and then they would post that, right? But what I did is I actually posted the $4 check. And it got like 150 likes. Why? Because nobody's doing that. And now I'm starting to see more folks are starting to do it. And that's beautiful because people are becoming vulnerable. And that shows that you're human.
The hero's journey. They want to see you start at the bottom and go to the top.
And plus, they want to see the hiccups. They want to see the bumps because that justifies their bumps in the road. And that puts you guys on the same playing level. You know, it's no longer like this person is on a pedestal. Like, no, this person takes the same hits on the chin like I do, but they just get back up.
Right.
And that's what you're trying to teach people. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Tim's the champion of vulnerability. Guys, if you want the best way to build your business, get vulnerable sometimes. Tell people about your real life. And we're going to talk about that here in a little bit too, because that is why some of you guys are having a hard time getting started. And so we'll talk about vulnerability in just a minute. So you can also talk about fulfillment. One of my favorite lines is, it's so fulfilling. And I talk about, you know, people message me saying they're driving for the first time in years. They get a job again. They can leave their house again. Fulfillment, crying. You're saving the people all around you. And that's something to talk about on your posts.
Like that post that Lacy made after convention. Like, that was the vulnerable post where she was like in tears because she was just so excited.
Oh, after the road show.
Yeah.
I could have posted a picture of me on stage.
Yep.
But if I did, it wouldn't have been my best post ever. It had to be a post of me crying, being real, where I really was. People don't get to see that. So when they do, they love it.
Yeah, people love that.
Right.
That's why people love reality TV. Because on sitcoms, like, it's staged and like the emotions are fake. But when you can actually see somebody in its rawness, that there's just something about that people react to, because it makes people come and support you, right? Because people's natural ability or people's natural reaction is to help other human beings. So if they see someone who is trying and they're going through a hard time, they're going to naturally come to try to support.
Yes, exactly. Humans are made to help, but you have to show up as someone who can be helped, not someone who's trying to make somebody else do something.
Get it, Bear.
So next is victories and wins. When you have a victory, let's tell people about it, even if it's a small victory, right?
Oh, this is huge.
Welcome posts. This is for your new affiliates. You can welcome them on your profile. That is a business post. Recognition. I always do top 20 at the end of the month. That's my big recognition post. And I always, you know, really talk about the team.
Real quick on the welcomes. I want you guys to kind of also get better at doing welcome posts. Because what I always do with my people when I bring them on, I find out their story. I actually get to know them. You know, I want to know their struggles. I want to know why they joined HipWorks and where they're trying to go with it. So when I make that welcome post, I can very quickly tell the world who they are and why they joined this business, instead of just, you know, another happy to have so-and-so a part of the team and let that be it. So the better that you can get at that, the more interest you're going to draw, because those stories shows other people that, hey, like, they're getting people who are just like me. Like, I have that same thing. You know what I mean? Like, I want to move to a better neighborhood. I want to be able to take my kids and put them in better schools, et cetera, et cetera. That makes it more real for people, more relatable.
Yes. Love that. Okay. Payday. Post your paychecks. And I'll tell you what, I love little paychecks. Anywhere from $0, $5 to $25. That's an amazing post. I mean, people need $25. The majority of people do not have an extra $400 in case of an emergency. $25 can be huge. So payday posts are great. Free tour. But when you do it, you know, tell a story. Like, what is that free tour? When you're posting, you don't want to be a commercial. So the more personal you can get about this stuff, that's the goal. Mm-hmm. Stories about products.
Okay.
Stories about products and income. This one's huge. You can talk about the people that you are helping. And, you know, you don't have to use medical terms. You can keep it vague and still get the point across by explaining the emotions of the person, by explaining the emotions that you felt when they told you, by explaining the things that they can do now, right? Telling a story takes away all of the disclaimer crap. If you can tell a good story, you can get around the disclaimers. And then last, passion sponsored by your business. So if you are doing lives about your passions, always at the beginning and say, this is sponsored by my business. You know, if you want more information, shoot me a message. Just bring it in sometimes. Let people know that you do have a business. Mm-hmm. So there's tons of ways to post about your business without posting about buy 3, get 1 free, buy this, free shipping.
But at the same time, don't feel bad.
Don't feel bad.
Because we all started with that, right? So that's just the novice stage that's the rookie stage for everybody. But you can't, at least you're posting, right? So that's cool. But now it's time to take it to another level. And I saw somebody say we're getting away from cold messaging. So
I responded to that. Well, and what we said earlier was just that cold messaging is great, but if you don't have a good profile, like when it comes to cold messaging, the only way to establish trust is them looking at your profile. So all the weight is on your posts. It's on your information. It's on the quality of your photos. So it's like you can cold message, but if you're not doing this stuff too, it's really not going to get you anywhere because your profile really has to speak for you if you're going to be bold enough to message people about your business. And I think that's what everybody has seen. Yes. Okay, so posting about your purpose, posting about your business is extremely simple. How has your life changed since you started? Where were you then and where are you now, right? It truly is that simple. You can talk about money, community, freedom, growth, health, your weight, leadership, purpose, fulfillment, helping others, consciousness. You can talk about so many things. And I'll tell you guys right now that a lot of people just don't, and that's because they are afraid to get vulnerable. They're too afraid. They don't want to tell you, I've grown so much. I've had such an amazing experience since I started this. Why? Because they don't want to say, this is where I was. I was 200 pounds overweight. I was not growing. I was not learning. I was in a bad place. I was depressed. People are afraid of telling others where they were.
And that's like the strongest material you can use.
That's what you have to do. It's this is where I was till I found this and here I am. So if you are afraid of this is where I was, it's time for you to personally develop that away because that's the most important part of the whole message. That's where they are. That's where you have to get in your posts to come across to them about what this can do for them, right?
Yeah, and plus I feel like a lot of those blocks as far as being able to be vulnerable and things like that, it's a lack of personal development. And I know you guys hear that all the time, and if you keep hearing it, it's because you're not doing it. You know what I mean? But that is the answer literally to everything. It's increasing your self-awareness. It's not caring what others think, because caring what others think will keep you in a box.
Exactly. And I'll tell you what, I personally developed myself to exactly where I need to be. I feel like I see things so much more clearly now than when I started the business. Like it's life-changing, and it's the fastest way to find success, to grow. And
plus, too, it's expected that the longer that you're in any business, you'll start seeing anything clear. So if you're just getting started and you're like, I'm struggling at this, at your job, how long did it take you to get good at it? I know at each job it took me a while to get good at it, especially become competent at it, right? So you have to be able to give yourself that patience to be able to make mistakes, to be able to learn things. And it's all about doing the right things, but it's also all about doing the right things long enough to let them work, to get that compound effect.
Exactly. Your daily actions. Okay, so our next post type is personal. So this is so easy. This is the easiest post ever. This is, who are you? What are you about? What is your life like, right? So this can be your family, your pets, life lessons, experiences, food, clothes, shopping, selfies, funny. Anything. And I feel like this is like your realm. Like you live very personal. Like you're very funny, a lot of memes, a lot of like entrepreneur jokes, stuff like that, motivational, inspirational. I feel like all these things are personal. You're showing people I'm a positive person. This is what I'm about. So anything, if you see a meme, you're like, this is what I'm about. That's a personal post for you.
And I think one thing that can really help you out with this too is don't overthink it. Too many of us, the reason why we don't post personal stuff because we want to sound cool or because we want to make ourselves sound majestic or sound perfect and things like that. But like you just have to post what you're going through. Like you notice the ambiance of moments a lot. And this is also a muscle that takes time to kind of realize. So I noticed like when the family's doing something that would be a funny post or like something that you would write in a journal or something like that. Or if I see something on the internet that's funny or that's a personal post. After a while, you kind of develop an eye for what works. And then because you're putting in time on social media, you realize which posts type of personal posts get the most love. So I know for a fact that Lacy and family posts are home runs every time.
Yeah.
You know, so I make a point to want to post about that.
Yes. And I'll tell you what, guys, just like Tim just said, it is a process. So like when we started this, we were posting buy 3, get 1 free, you know, like that's where everybody starts. And it really is like, you don't even see yourself getting better. It's like every day you're like, man, I'm just not that great at this. And then one day you're like, man, I'm getting pretty good at this. Yeah. And it's like, it's just a time thing. Like we're almost 2 years in, and I'm really starting to feel comfortable now.
Shoot,
2 years in.
I feel like I still need to get good at lives. You know what I mean? I feel like there's always improvement there. And that's how it always needs to be. So you can't be so hard on yourself to be a perfectionist, because that'll halt. You need to take massive imperfect action.
Yes, massive imperfect action. Okay, so let's see what's next. So this is our last slide. So keeping things pretty short today. This would be an example timeline, right? So if I go to your profile and I look at it, these are the posts that I want to see. So you have a passions post. I scroll. I see something about your purpose. So your passions, gardening, best mulch for roses. That's what your post is about. Awesome. Scroll. Your purpose, you're helping people find freedom. Wow. Scroll. Personal. Oh my God, look at that cute selfie with their kids. Scroll. Oh, that's so funny. Look at that meme. Scroll. Wow, look at her favorite gloves. I tried those gloves one time and I really liked them too. Scroll. Purpose. Look at the sense of fulfillment I get from changing lives all over the planet.
Message.
This is the formula. So you're talking about your life, who you are, what you love, what you're doing in the world. And it's that simple. And guys, these are all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 6 exposures right here, right? So let's say someone randomly finds you. What you want is someone to come to your page and binge on it, like they would like a new YouTube channel or something like that. There have been times where overnight I'll wake up and some new person has come to my page, and I'll probably see 5 to 10 notifications. They've liked the live, they've commented, they like posts, they like memes. That's how you know that that person is going to be following your every single move. And that also means that it's only a matter of time before they're in your inbox asking, hey, what do you do? Because of this combination that Lacy just put together right here. This is what we do all day. If you look at our Facebook page, there's really not a lot about HempWorks. It's all about who we are, what we believe in, what our values are, what we're into, living our life. And then occasionally you'll see HempWorks posts like, a great media day was the roadshow, right? Another great media day is going to be the convention. So in between that time, we're just living our life and showing how we're working. We're trying to help people out. And then you have those big events where it's just like, boom, this is real. This is legit. This is not just an online thing. These are real people that are involved in this, and people want to get involved in that community. Exactly. Because then they find other yous, right? And that's the whole gist. And I'll tell you guys something right now. When you're posting commercials about your business, you're posting with the intention to get someone to do something for you. Yep. And so what I've found in my journey through my personal development is that you cannot get anybody to do anything. You cannot get anybody to change who they are. You cannot get anybody to grow. You can't get anybody to do anything. But this is the one thing you can do. You can have them notice how driven and full of purpose you are. And them seeing that over time is going to inspire change in them. You didn't tell them to join your business. You didn't tell them they need to change. You were the change, and they got to see it. And because they got to see it, they decided that it's time for them to change. It's time for them to join your team, to start your business. That is how you build this business, not by reaching out with the intention to get someone to do something for you. Which is what everybody does. And it's like it's a full cycle type of ordeal. You go through, like, you want to hit up everybody, and you're just like a shark. You're just hunting down everybody. And then you go through like a existential crisis where you're like, this is not working. And then you become a lot more calm. You become a lot more zen in your approach. And then that's when you start noticing an actual, run in your company. So if you're going through that hustle and bustle where you feel like everything is anxiety, everything's rush, it's because you're in the first stage. And that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, get that out of your system.
Then afterwards, you'll start finding a more calmer approach to doing things. So like what Lacy just made right here with purpose, personal, passions, purpose, you should just write that down and make that like your weekly schedule.
Yeah, because, and here's another thing. When I started, my goal was 1 post a day. That's it. 1 post a day and 1 live a week. Mm-hmm. And I would say I'm still pretty consistent with that. Like, I'm not a big poster. So this would be 6 days for me. 6 days to make this beautiful profile. 6 impressions on all of my friends to see how awesome my life is and how maybe I could help them bring some awesome in theirs, right? Right. So this isn't something that you've got to do every day. This is like 6 days of work that you're looking at. That's how easy this is when you sit back and relax and you do your daily actions and you make the decision that you're going to give this 3 to 5 years. It changes everything.
Because when you do that, you take out the instant gratification, which is what murders everybody. Because they want it like next week. They feel like if they invest $200 by next week, they'll be making 6 figures with really no work, right? So you have to be able to give that long timeline. Because when Lacy first said that she wants to start HempWorks, she's like, we're going to do this for 3 to 5 years. And I was like, cool. Big tip real quick. While we first started building this business, we didn't rely on HempWorks to just take care of our life in 2 to 3 weeks. We still hustled. We still had like 6 or 7 incomes. So therefore, there wasn't so much pressure on HempWorks to be like, you need to kick off in 3 weeks or this doesn't work. You know what I mean? We had other things going on. So therefore, it was just a slow, like joint effort grind of 6 or 7 different sources of income until probably about a year in, HempWorks just like catapulted. You know, It just shot up. And then it was like, okay, cool. Like we can cut back on these other 4 to 5 hustles and really put all of our time and energy into HempWorks and really get it to where we want it to get. That's the key right there. Too many people are hopping on HempWorks and only doing this, and then when it doesn't work or when it doesn't work right away, they think that they failed. But you're not giving your side hustle enough time to grow and mature into something. Because in the beginning, like we were only earning like $45 checks, but we still had like 5 other sources of income that were making that okay. You know, and then eventually HempWorks just creeped up on us to where it was like, holy crap, it's like at $7,000 this month.
Yeah.
You're like, cool, we don't have to do half this stuff. Let's just go connect with more people and share the opportunity with more people.
Yes. Yes. All of it.
Oh, also too, if you're not doing personal development, guys, you should really get into personal development because this is your armor. This is your armor out there in the real world. You want to learn how to make better content about passions, purpose, and personal stuff? Read. Because this helps paint that picture too when you're in the muck of growing your business.
Well, and I'll tell you what, my favorite thing about books is that you can open up a book and pick a page and you can go live about it. You know, nobody's going to know, or you can tell them this is the book I'm reading. I thought this was interesting.
Shoot, or just be transparent about it. Say you got it from the book.
Right.
Be vulnerable.
Tell them what book you're reading. Talk about it. Tell a story about your life that coincides with it. Like when you are holding a book, you're holding a big book of posts. A big book of Facebook Lives.
Big book of Facebook Lives.
And if when you're reading that book, you're taking little notes, you're folding down the pages on the live pages, you're learning and getting your content all at the same time. That is my method. That is how I post. That is how I go live. I learn and I pick the things up that I learn and I immediately teach it to my audience.
You learn to teach, not learn to learn.
Yes.
And it makes everything go so much faster for you.
Yes.
And then Don says, I thought you said in the live that you make 5 or 6 posts a day.
Tim does.
I'm crazy though.
I don't. Yeah. I'm like 1, maybe you'll get 2 to 3 out of me if you're lucky.
You'll get like 3 posts out of me before 9 o'clock. Just because like that's how I post. You know what I mean? I literally let it fly off the cuff. Like as soon as I think I get a good post, because also too, like I immediately want to split test to see if it actually is a good post. If it's a good post, it's going to become a runner and people are going to love it. If it's a bad post, then nobody's going to like it and I'm probably going to delete it in an hour. You know what I mean? But I at least give myself a chance to like get out there.
Yeah.
So I try everything.
And you guys can see, Tim's over here doing like 6 posts a day. I'm over here doing 1. And it all works. It all works. The only thing you need to do is just be yourself. Meet people, get them to trust you, make good posts. Mm-hmm. 3 things. 3 things over time. If you can do these 3 things, you can be successful here. It's just going to be more, you're going to focus on yourself more than you ever have. What do you like? Who are you? What do you want to do today that you can talk about to your friends, right? So really take an interest in yourself, really develop yourself, grow yourself, talk about yourself.
Like when we say talk about yourself or, find out about yourself, think about who you were before you were parents.
Yeah.
Think about who you were before you had to survive and get a job and then you just got like all your time zapped, right? What were your loves? What were your passions about? Congratulations. You found an industry where if you learn how to market those things, you can attract the people who are in those things. Maybe it's painting. You can market that you love to paint. You'll attract other painters. Guess what? They'll want to afford painting supplies. And guess what business we have that can help them afford their painting supplies for their passions?
Yay.
It works. It works. It works. So that's why, like, that's the magic right there. You can literally get into whatever you want to get into, connect. Like, in every single thing that you like, there can be thousands of people that you can connect with. And then the job is to connect with them and then bring them back to HempWorks slowly. Let them see how this can be a vehicle, because everything has supplies. Everything has needs. Car parts. Everybody has everything, right? Well, here's a business that can help you afford that.
Right.
And then they're working because they want it, not because they want to be your next affiliate or because they want to buy your product. They're doing it so they can help themselves, because nobody cares until they know that you care.
Yep. So good.
Whoop, whoop.
So good. All right. So once a week on CBD post or biz post. So I would never suggest to do a CBD or a business post. I would suggest to post about your purpose. So how are you changing the world? What's going on with the people you're helping? What does that look like for them? What does that look like for you? How has your life changed, right? What's your purpose? What's the difference that you are making in others' lives? That's the business post that we need to be posting.
I mean, why'd you join HempWorks? If you're a single mom who's struggling to pay bills and hates her job, be that. Because there's 1,000 other single moms who are in that same situation, and they need a vehicle to get out of that situation. And you can be that person that can show them that light.
Yep. Yeah, and I think it really is beautiful, because you guys can go look at my profile and see that I'm completely obsessed with spirituality, and really that's all I talk about. And yet I'm making all of these friends who are spiritual, who have spiritual businesses, who have massage businesses, where CBD works really, really well. Is that my intention? No. I just really love spirituality and spiritual people. But once we're friends, I can then help them where they need help. They can help me where I need help. That's where the business comes in. That's where we decide, oh, wow, you're my really good friend. We talk all the time and you're making all this money. Can you show me how to do that? Of course I can.
Yeah.
That's where it is.
Because then they're also going to ask, how do you have all the time to do this passion like 24/7?
Right.
Oh, let me tell you. Residual income, guy.
Yeah.
And then you slowly pick, it's more of a visual thing. You got a second? And then you send them a video.
Yep. All right. So I think this is a wrap.
Yep.
Hope you guys like this. As soon as I get off of here, I'll post these slides. And I think we're good. So we love you guys. Have a great night. Hey, watch this 5, 6, 7 times. I'll tell you what, if this were Tim and I, that's what we do. We watch it until we retain it. Yep. So, put your pants on. Buckle up. This is your business. Watch this until you get it. It's worth it. It'll make it easier. You don't have to just watch things one time.
And if you guys need clear directions on that, listen to it while you go to work.
Yes.
Listen to it during lunch, and listen to it on the way back. That's 3 times in a day. Do that twice. You listen to it 6 times without even having to really sit down and just focus solely on it.
Yes.
Make the time so you can have the time, guys.
All right. We love you guys.
Love you guys.
Have an amazing night, and we will see you guys soon.
Take it easy.
We'll see how long.